Hi everybody, it's Lou Sims here, and I'm here today to share some ideas about making quick Christmas cards just using our papers. We all have grand ideas about how we're going to be able to make oodles and noodles of Christmas cards, and time just gets by. So I thought today what we would do is just focus on using papers and just those to see how we can make quick Christmas cards. Now I'm using Polkadoodles papers. I'm not using all the ones here, but I thought I'd share with you some of the fantastic designs you can get from Polkadoodles. So this one is wintertime. You get 24 sheets, 12 designs, and there's 2 in each design. That's one selection. You could alternatively use Christmas cheer, and that again has 24 sheets, and there's 3 designs, but there's 8 choices of the different designs. Alternatively, you could go for Gnome for Christmas, and that's 12 designs and 2 of each. You've even got Ho 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 Christmas, and that is 12 designs and you get 2 each of those. You've got Snowtime like Christmas, again 12 designs and 2 of each. You've got Holly Jolly, and that is 12 designs, but this one and you get 2 of each, but this one you've got some sentiments as well as some beautiful little tags as well in there. But for this video I'm going to be using the Gnome season papers, and in this kit we get 24 sheets and you've got 6 designs and you get 4 of each. So I'm going to have a look a bit more closely in this kit. So we get, let's have a look, beautiful plaid, a wonderful stripe. Now both those two could be used any time of the year, I think. Got this wonderful tiny little one, little ditzy motifs on it of the holly and the mushrooms, the candy canes, and you've got them in the blue and the red. Now you can see where I've been cutting into this one, and you've got this wonderful gnomes. Now for those of you who haven't managed to get the gnome stamps because they fly out the door, this paper would be fantastic because you've got the little gnomes on here that you could cut out and use them in your card making, and we're going to be doing that for 1 or 2 of the ideas. And finally you get this wonderful paper which has got like peace and joy. You can cut out these and just have them as little sentiments as well to add to your actual cards. So I'm going to tidy up and we'll come back and I'll explain and get making. Okay, everything's tidied away and I'm back, and this is going to be our first card. So I've used minimal elements from the paper kit that I was showing you. So what have I done? I've created myself an A6 card blank. I'm very partial to having a tenfold. I've cut a rectangular piece of paper from the paper kit, measuring 10 centimetres by 11.5, I would say. And then all I've done is I've just done a diagonal cut. I'd like to say I measured them, but I didn't. And the plan is I can then put my papers there and there. This little bit of blue is from a strip that I've cut off from a previous project and I thought could go along there. Again, scraps, which I've done there. And then using that wonderful gnome paper which has the gnome images on, I've cut one of the gnomes out, you can see, and I've just cut round it, and that's going to sit on there. And then I've got a stamp, a Polkadoodles stamp, Christmas stamp from a couple of years ago to go into the gap there. So let's get making this quick card. There you go. That's my card done. Okay, card number 2. What I'm going to do for card number 2 is, these are all different strips that I have left over from previous matting and layering projects. So where I've used a card and I've had a little bit left over, I've kept them, all with good intentions to use. And I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to do that. Again, I've created myself an A6 card blank. And what we're going to do is we're going to layer up the different strips in different orders. And we're going to make pennants with them. And then what I will do is add a tag and tie it on, and that will be my actual Christmas card. So let's get going. And as you can see, that's card number 2. So 2 cards done, and here's the 3rd. Now what I've done is I've taken Polkadoodles Perfect Parcels dies, and with scraps of paper, I've just cut out a selection of the different parcels. You could, if you were doing this in a different way, you could cut them out and layer them up in different ways. So cut this twice, so I could then take that bit off and layer it on top, so I have a 2-tone parcel. You know, there's lots of different choices that you can actually do. But what I thought would be nice for this card was to actually take the die cuts and layer them in a way, so I'm holding them roughly in place, as you can see. So I'm just layering them in a way that gives the illusion of, let's do that one. So once they're all layered up, as such, they give the appearance as if it, or the triangular shape I'm going for, as if it were a Christmas tree. But when we come to stick them down, we will stick them down, I think, a little bit better than I've arranged them there. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will use 3D foam pads on them. So let's get going. There we go, we have card number 3. Right, let's get making card number 4. So I've cut myself another A6 card blank, and I've cut myself a mat from one of the papers, and all I've done is cut myself a V shape away, and I've cut some smaller squares. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this away from the card blank at the moment. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to actually turn this into a jumper. So I'm going to add different elements as I go along, but it should be obvious what I'm actually trying to achieve. Okay, and that is card number 4. Right, back for card number 5. Again, I'm using scraps. I'm just going to move some bits out of the way. And what I've done is on one of the papers, I've used the Polkadoodles holly and bough dies, and I've just cut straight into the papers, and that way I know everything matches colour-wise. I've got some other size scraps because I couldn't decide whether I wanted things tall or small or whatever. Let's get started on this card. Right, that's the last card finished. Right, I've gathered all the cards together and let's have a quick look up close. So the first card we made was this one, and all I've done since we made the card was I've just added some little black squiggles just to highlight where the different papers end. So that was a really quick card. So it was taking one smaller background, chopping it in between and layering up with a sentiment in the middle. Another card that we made was using different strips that I had cut off. I've just made little snips into them, as you saw. And this time round, I've just added some Nouveau drops onto them and 1 or 2 sequins. The presents one, as you can see, looks busy on the video, but it's not quite as busy as it's looking in real life. And all I've done here is I've just added a sentiment, which is Christmas wishes to you. So the Christmas is from the Jingle Bells collection and the wishes to you are from the Super Sentiments. So I've just added that onto the bottom to finish off the design. The little jumper card, the little Christmas jumper card, I've just gone into my button box and I've just added some buttons onto the bottom there, and I've just added another button at the top there, whereas if the shirt was being done up underneath. And that is as simple as that. Finally, the card, which I didn't really explain what I was going to do with these strips, was I've just turned them into candles. And as you saw, I just doodled some quick flames, coloured them in with some pens. And I didn't really think about the actual colouring. I've just did it as is sort of thing. I've added a few little white highlights and 1 or 2 more hearts just to tie everything in together. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love it if you haven't already that you subscribe to my channel, and if you could hit the like button, that would be fantastic, because YouTube's now decided that to show videos or to get the most videos shown is via the like button. So selfless plug there, or shall I say shameless plug there. Quick apologies for all the little footprints you can hear in the background. That's my dog trying to get my attention. So I'm going to sign off now. I'll photograph all the cards and I will get them up on my blog, and I'll put the link down below into the description bar as well as with all the different papers I have used. Thank you very much for your time. Hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.